Yeah.
Man, I came in goddamn cold last got too damn expensive. I put in 80 hours of goddamn.
What is up, everybody? Wired here, back once again. I am a little late in the day. I hope you guys are having a magnificent Monday. Sorry I'm a little late to the punch. I've been spending all day with my daughter. It's her first day off from school. Just graduated first day. Huge shout out to her. But as you know, it's a day that ends in Y, so I got to be back talking about the Anheuser-Busch Budlight debacle, which has completely crippled Anheuser-Busch due to the Lord Voldemort controversy. So let's get right into it. Bud Light parent Anheuser-Busch's stock has lost $27 billion over the Lord Voldemort controversy. Bud Light maker Anheuser-Busch InBev has lost a whopping $27 billion in market value in the wake of its star-crossed partnership with Lord Voldemort. Most recently slammed by a 4% stock drop this week, which is absolutely enormous. Probably not enough for this company to fail. In all honesty, there's always going to be people who are going to buy this beer. But huge shout out to everybody who's sticking with it, sticking by their values, not accepting this boycott, or not capitulating to the fake apologies, I should say, by the CEO. We've seen the VP of marketing get sacked. We've seen her higher up get sacked. And we just shouldn't be putting up with this. For me, at least, as a parent who doesn't want woke identity politics put into everything my child does. I'm a little bit out of it now. It's not going to affect me personally so much, but I do have a daughter in a public school system, and I do not want her in the same locker room with biological men, essentially. Oh, cue transphobes, bigots, racist. AB InBev's market capitalization fell to $107.44 billion through the end of May, down more than $27 billion from the $135.55 billion value the company had on March 31st, the day before Mulvaney's partnership went live, according to the Dow Jones. May was the third worst month on record for the company's shares. Ouch. The stock is headed towards an official bear market. A 20% drop as the boycott continues, and all I can think of Jim Cramer's going sell. Which I don't know too much about the stock market, but if you go and listen for me for 1 second, honestly, probably whatever Jim Cramer does, do the opposite. You'll probably make a lot of money. That's what I learned from watching the stocks when my father did it back in the day. Don't listen to Jim Cramer. He's got no idea what he's doing. He's backed by a pretty successful wife, some heard though. Shares of AB InBev closed Friday at 54.85, up 1.9%. Well, that's good. That's off 4% from their close last Friday and off 18% from the March 31st when the beer maker enjoyed a share price of 66.73. Oh, that's a huge difference. The Post has reached out to ABV for comment. I'm sure they can't comment. Bud Light's now infamous promo with Mulvaney, 26, was posted on April 1st when the trend social media star shared a photo of a personalized beer can sent to her celebrating 365 days of girlhood. I want to highlight that real quick. Girlhood. They're trying to say it's womanhood? No, it's not. This article is correct. Girlhood. Not womanhood. Girlhood. Womanhood would also be false, but girlhood's definitely worse. The post, which was shared with Mulvaney's millions of Instagram followers, sparked a nationwide boycott of Bud Light and other beers in Anheuser-Busch's portfolio, including Budweiser and Michelob Ultra, resulting in 6 straight weeks of plunging sales. Well deserved. Last week, sales of the Bud Light, America's #1 beer, dropped 25.7% according to data obtained by the Post, which followed a 24.6% decline the previous week. So it's just trending down. I've actually seen numbers it's up as high as like 30% in some regions, some areas. And I actually have heard rumors that say it has been overtaken. It is no longer the #1 beer in America, which I would say, hey, big applause. That's great. Sales of Michelob Ultra, the nation's #3 beer, were off 2.9% versus a year ago in the week ending May 13th, in line with the drop a week earlier, according to the Bump Williams analysis of Nielsen IQ data. It's a tongue twister. Sales of Budweiser last year's number 7 beer with more than 1.8 billion in sales were down 9.7% in each of the 2 most recent weeks. Which is going to show you, this boycott is working. So, I was never a huge Bud drinker. In college, I was. This was a long, long time ago. I got gray hairs now. But for everybody who has switched beer brands, gone to craft beers, gone to local distributors, gotten away from this woke ideology, you are the real heroes of this story. I keep saying that over and over. I will keep saying it over and over. As long as I keep making videos like this, you guys are the real champions of the story. Because without you pushing back, without people saying that this is not okay, we do not want the indoctrination of our kids. We do not want the indoctrination of these brands. They could have just sold beer. They decided not to. Another article from New York Post. Bud Light salesperson received middle fingers and car horns as they struggle to make money. Report. I did a story on this a couple days ago. And now listen, I'm going to come out here and be the middleman. Be the bigger person. Not even really the bigger person, the sensible person. Anyone who's doing this type of stuff towards people driving trucks, working their plants, these people have no control over anything. I'm sure they're not very happy with the current status of their company. I used to work for a big name battery operator, and I guarantee you I would not have been happy if somebody up top decided to go woke and then everyone was going to hate us. My job was just to make phosphoric and sulfuric acid, mix it in the batteries so they could actually run, like all Frankenstein and stuff. But I guarantee you, these people, they work on assembly lines, they work in production. And I have a lot of empathy for, factory workers, blue collar workers, stuff like that, because I was one at one point. So don't heckle me. But some Bud Light salesperson are struggling as frustrated Americans are using car horns, middle fingers, and jokes to mock the company during an ongoing boycott, according to recent report from ABC News. Many frontline Bud Light salespeople who rely on commission and are also losing out on business as a result of the boycott. This has really, really killed a lot of guys who were commission-based. That's who it's really hurting. One supervisor told ABC, "There's nothing they could have done. This was thrown in their faces." And to that quote, I 100% agree. These people have gone out there, sell a product that they're comfortable with, satisfied with, or they pretend to be at least, but it's at least sellable to the general marketplace. They've been placed in an impossible position. Probably through this whole Lord Voldemort controversy, a lot of them are going to lose their jobs, which I do empathize with. And it's a crap situation, it really is. But don't heckle the workers. They're already suffering enough because they can't feed their families because of this stupid CEO at Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, whatever you want to call it. Stupid VP marketing execs who have been placed on leave, which I'm sure she'll be finding her $8 million mansion. But we got to push back against this. It's necessary. They're coming for all of us, for our kids. And it's just not the buck's got to stop somewhere, and I guess it stops here. Still worse than Target, but maybe not for much longer. Anyway, that's all I got. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you on the next one, and thank you very much for listening this long. Later.